the cockpit. Let's give a big round of applause to Mark Sorensen and Mark Nowosielski at the controls of the twin propeller, and the engine are going to take over and keep the airplane turning with no airspeed. As a matter of fact, he'll be backing up. All right, no airspeed. There's the torque kicking in. Airplane continues to turn and tumble. The torque roll. On the 45 up line, here's a shoulder roll. The show line for you. Hard pull to the vertical. Now once again outside negative G's.
Take you back in time now, back to 1968, South Vietnam, to reenact a mission that occurred daily during the Vietnam War. The U.S. forces in support of the South Vietnamese Army are preparing to perform a variety of missions, and one of these missions in the summer of 1968 is to insert a reconnaissance combat team deep into the jungle to obtain intelligence on the strength and disposition of the Viet Cong forces. You'll notice that our AH-1 Cobra is escorting in two of the lift Huey helicopters. But first he will perp the LZ to disengage any enemy targets in that landing zone. You'll notice now he's actually attacking the enemy in the landing zone to make sure it's clear for our reconnaissance team. And of course the reconnaissance team is flying on the famous icon of Vietnam, the UH-1 Huey helicopter, which so many American soldiers became familiar with during that conflict in Vietnam. Once he has obtained that the landing zone is clear, he will return to the UH-1 helicopters to escort them into the landing zone. Each UH-1 Huey will hold 11 fully loaded combat troops, and today our reconnaissance team will be departing the aircraft
down low with a smoke. Scott in the race L39. And overhead he comes. Now watch as he pulls the vertical. Like I said, 6 times his own body weight. Going to be demonstrating a series of rolls. 39. Boy, he is really moving through the sky. Like I said, this was used as training as a Czechoslovakian-built airplane. Russia, like I said, bought over 2,000 for training their young cadets. Very easy aircraft to fly. It's a 2-place airplane, it's tandem. The rear seat where the instructor was set. Thunder, a lot of smoke, and a lot of thunder and a lot of speed. Listen at him pump that throttle. 0 to 400 miles an hour in 9 seconds. We have a state trooper with a radar gun at the end of the runway. Bill Brock. £6,500 of thrust. Jet. And we're off. afterburner's on. Here comes, but it's over with right now. It's over with, but look at Bill Rush. He did get smoked on that one. Miles an hour closing rate. Very close. Vertical roll and a half. Pushing away from the crowd at the top. And then I want you to watch this quick rejoin from the left. As they join now, they'll climb for altitude and set up for their signature maneuver. And have your cameras ready, ladies and gentlemen. High and to your right, diving into show center. No other North American team has performed what you're about to see. Here comes the first of the loops. All right, up over the top now. This is just a normal Barnstormers loop, but in formation. Now watch them as they come back down to show center. They're going to do the same thing again, but at the top. Have your cameras ready, ladies and gentlemen, for the signature maneuver called the slide winder. Here we go. Now comes the kick, and here we go. The slide winder, ladies and gentlemen, from the Twin Tigers aerobatic team. Quick rejoin out there in front of the crowd, turning back around left. Here comes the hard pull. 6 times the force of gravity up to the top. Now comes the down burst. Beautifully executed. Setting up opposite direction, so it'll be a right hammerhead. 400 miles an hour as across there. And a good smoke ring there. We got one good smoke ring so far. We're going to center to set up for the hammerheads. Right together now. Running out of airspeed now. Watch. Here we go. And there's God Bless America on the bottom of the wings. And there's the hammerheads. All right, we're setting up now for the Switchblade. Fast. He's holding up his arm there on his big Timex.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? The man circling high overhead is a former U.S. National Aerobatic Champion, Red Bull Air Racer, and is one of the world's few aerobatics. Accelerates his airplane to over 250 miles an hour. Michael is known for giving his airshow performance 110% every time he flies. And by the look of that entry, that's not about to change today.
They're getting on the internet and checking a new hit again. First shot, him start walking, a little bit of humble, a little bit of it's our party, my posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all with chrome music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it, and yeah, I'm on. It's gonna go on the car, two says goodbye, I got a world to see, and my girl, she wanna see Rome. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands, this is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me.
The Korean War hero. We'll tell you all about him a little later on. 125 horsepower. I'll tell you all about it, but this one was manufactured, as were most of them, by the Packard Motor Division in the United States. Watch Scooter now as he takes the airplane high in the sky for a vertical roll. Oddly enough, this airplane was... This 12-cylinder inline engine, like I said, Rolls-Royce designed, built by the Packard Motor Division. Could get the altitude. Over 15,000 of these aircraft were built during World War II. Could get the altitude and the speed necessary. Listen to that sound. It's the most unique sound in the world. And not only did they escort the bombers in. Q-8 maneuver. Chance Vaught Corsair was one of the finest fighters ever built. Today's F4U Boxer and USS Valley Forge carriers, making her one of the few surviving Korean War Corsairs still flying today. With the longest running production cycle of any piston engine fighter, the Corsair is a legend of U.S. naval aviation. Production reached over 12,000, including those built by Goodyear and the Marine Corps attack variant. 2,650 horsepower. Korean War Hero is a single-seat carrier-borne fighter bomber that has a... This is the Banana Pass. For the class of 45 in trail. Jim tucked in right underneath and a little back from Scooter. All right, here we go. From behind and overhead now. Here's the scissor break. And Scooter calls. Ready? Break. Kids, their memory of Jim Folk.
500,000. I've already checked.
It's free.
500,000. That's $500,000.
It's all free.
It's not free.
That is.
Air Force, off we go into the wild blue yonder, looking high into the sun. Here they come, singing to meet our thunder, adding boys into the gun. And we die, spreading our names from our good, off we come, hell of a run. We live in a touching us up to you.
That infamous day. At Wheeler Field, Lieutenant Philip Rasmussen woke to the sound of bombs, jumped out of bed, strapped on a .45 pistol over his purple pajamas, ran to find a working Curtiss P-36 Hawk, joined by 3 more P-36 pilots, and took off to engage the pilot K torpedo bombers going by right now. Pilots Rasmussen, Lewis Sanders, Harry Brown, Gordon Brown. At the beginning of the Tora attack, 188 were destroyed, 159 damaged, and 155 were left on the ground. Very few got into the air. The first wave of 189 Japanese Zeros, Vals, and Kates hammered Hawaii for about an hour. Then came the second wave of 171 airplanes to continue the strafing, bombing, and dropping torpedoes for another hour or so. A total of 360 enemy warplanes. As the attack proceeded at Pearl Harbor and Hickam Field, the devastation was awesome. On the eastern edge of Ford Island, in the center of the harbor, 8 of our battles lay at work. Arizona, Nevada, California, Maryland, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, and the Tennessee. The Japanese hit first with Kate torpedo bombers. The initial wave hit the Oklahoma, California, Nevada, West Virginia, and a target ship, the Utah. These Kates were equipped with special torpedoes, just like that airplane you see in front of you right now. These shallow-running torpedoes were designed specifically for the attack on Pearl Harbor. Here comes another gate and another gate in from the right. You see the shallow waters would not accept the normal deep-running torpedo. This was sufficient evidence that took away any claim on the trail of a Japanese Zero. The Zeros doing strafing runs. The K torpedoes dropping bombers, dropping torpedoes. And you can just imagine what it must have been like with over 300 Japanese fighters and bombers attacking Pearl Harbor and Hickam Field for a little under 2 hours. At Marine Corps Air Station Ewa, PFC Melvin Thompson was on guard duty when 9 Zeros attacked the base. He stepped out of his guard shack, drew his balls in Kates. That flight of B-17s coming from the mainland arrive and are immediately attacked by the marauding Japanese Zeros. In the confusion, the B-17s were shot at by friend and foe, and the frightened crews landed wherever they could. You can just imagine what it must have been like to be sitting in that unarmed B-17 coming in for what you thought was a ferry flight from the mainland and find yourself...
A date which will live in infamy. United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. It will be recorded that
behind him, another second-generation Tora pilot is 0111 Patrick Hutchins from Bayou Vista. Another third-generation Tora pilot from Pearland, Texas, Dan Reedy in 0114. K torpedo bomber 313, Beer from Austin, Texas. K torpedo bomber 356, Bob Watts from Muskogee, Oklahoma. K torpedo bomber 310, from Dallas, Texas. The B-36 Hawk, Craig Hussein from Conroe, Texas. My name is Ray Norton, I'm from McAllen, deep in the heart of South Texas. Our pyro lead was Bill Mount from the Moment for a Photo Fan. Jim Ryan from Surfside, Texas, down south, west of Houston. There he is. Get a picture of that. Now,
straight down. So now, it's time to stand up, move forward, and get ready. The show's about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the most feared combat aircraft in the world today, your United States Air Force's F-22 Raptor.